Tim Shieff was born on November 8, 1988, in the United Kingdom. Growing up in London, Tim was introduced to physical activity and movement from a young age. His early life was characterized by a love for various sports, and he was particularly drawn to activities that involved agility, strength, and the ability to manipulate the body in innovative ways. Tim's childhood was marked by an exploration of physicality, with a particular interest in climbing, running, and exploring the outdoors. At the age of 16, Tim discovered parkour. Like many others of his generation, he first encountered the discipline through the internet, where videos of French pioneers such as David Bell and Sébastien Foucan were rapidly gaining attention. Intrigued by the raw, athletic, and fluid movements of parkour, Tim felt an immediate connection to the sport. He became captivated by the idea of using the urban environment as a playground, using only his body to overcome obstacles and traverse the world in an efficient yet creative manner. Despite the relatively young age of parkour in the UK at the time, Tim quickly became involved in the local parkour scene. He began training in the streets, parks, and urban areas of London, refining his technique and developing his own style. Through trial and error, Tim honed his skills, building strength, agility, and speed. He was dedicated to learning and improving, often spending hours on his training to master new moves and techniques. As parkour continued to grow in popularity around the world, Tim's passion for the sport deepened. He sought out like-minded individuals to train with and began to form a tight-knit community of parkour athletes in London. This early network of athletes would later become instrumental in shaping Tim's future in the sport. His ability to push himself and his relentless pursuit of excellence would serve as the foundation for his future success. Career peak, achieving recognition and pushing boundaries. Tim Shieff's rise to prominence in the world of parkour and freerunning came in the mid-2000s when he became one of the leading figures in the UK parkour scene. His technical ability, creative expression, and unique approach to movement quickly caught the attention of parkour enthusiasts around the world. He had a natural talent for translating the core principles of parkour, efficiency and fluidity, into stunning performances that were both athletic and artistic. One of the key milestones in Tim's career came in 2007 when he began competing in major parkour and free-running events. He made a name for himself in competitions such as the Red Bull Art of Motion, where athletes from around the world gather to showcase their skills. Tim's performances were characterized by a blend of creativity, technical precision, and a willingness to push the boundaries of what was thought to be possible in parkour. His ability to blend traditional parkour with more acrobatic free-running elements gave him a distinctive edge in competitions. In addition to his competition success, Tim's influence grew through his media presence. He began producing videos that not only showcased his skills but also explored the artistic side of parkour and free-running. His videos, including collaborations with other top athletes, began to gain millions of views online, expanding his reach and establishing him as one of the leading figures in the sport. Tim's unique approach to parkour, which combined athleticism with artistic expression, captured the attention of a global audience and helped elevate the visibility of the sport. He soon became one of the most recognized and respected athletes in the free-running community. Throughout his career peak, Tim Shieff was known for his willingness to innovate. He often took risks in his movements, incorporating flips, spins, and other acrobatic elements that were not traditionally associated with parkour. This blend of parkour and freerunning helped to shape the sport's development, pushing it beyond its utilitarian roots and into a realm of creative expression. Main achievements. Defining his legacy. Tim Shieff's career is marked by numerous significant achievements that help define his legacy in the parkour and free-running world. His success in competitions, media presence, and innovative contributions to the sport have left an indelible mark. Below are some of the key milestones and achievements in Tim's career. Red Bull Art of Motion. Tim's success in the Red Bull Art of Motion, one of the most prestigious free-running events in the world, helped establish his reputation as one of the best in the sport. He became a fixture in the competition, often finishing in the top spots and demonstrating his exceptional skill and creativity. His performances in the art of motion were noted for their fluidity, technical precision, and the artistic flair he brought to his movements. Pioneering free-running techniques. Tim is often credited with pioneering new techniques and pushing the boundaries of what was possible in parkour and free-running. His innovative use of flips, spins, and other acrobatic elements in parkour contexts helped to redefine the sport. Tim's contributions to the evolution of freerunning were instrumental in blending it with traditional parkour, creating a more dynamic and expressive version of the discipline. Global media presence. Tim's influence extended beyond competitions and into the media. His videos, which showcased his athleticism and artistic vision, garnered millions of views on platforms like YouTube. Through these videos, Tim helped parkour gain exposure to a global audience. His collaborations with other athletes and filmmakers further cemented his position as one of the most recognizable figures in the parkour community. These media projects helped parkour evolve from a niche discipline to a widely recognized sport. Training and mentorship. Tim was also a dedicated mentor and coach, using his platform to help train the next generation of parkour athletes. He traveled the world, conducting workshops and coaching sessions for athletes of all levels. Tim's focus on not only physical training but also the philosophy of parkour, emphasizing creativity, self-expression, and resilience, helped shape the mindset of young practitioners. Through his mentorship, Tim helped cultivate a new wave of talent in the parkour community. Public appearances and brand partnerships. Over the course of his career, Tim partnered with major brands such as Nike, GoPro, and Red Bull, further elevating the profile of parkour and freerunning. These partnerships allowed Tim to participate in high-profile events and collaborate on creative projects that reached a wider audience. His involvement in brand campaigns and public appearances helped bridge the gap between parkour and mainstream culture, demonstrating the potential for parkour to gain broader recognition and respect. Final years. Transition and new ventures. As Tim Shieff entered his later years as an active athlete, he began to transition away from competitive freerunning and parkour and focus more on his personal development and other ventures. While he continues to be involved in parkour, his career trajectory shifted toward exploring new areas, both within and outside of the movement world. In the years following his peak competition success, Tim began to explore other passions, including environmental activism, plant-based nutrition, and wellness. His journey toward a plant-based lifestyle became a key part of his public persona, and he used his platform to promote sustainable living and holistic health. This transition was reflective of his desire to make a positive impact on the world beyond parkour and freerunning. Tim also expanded his career into the realm of yoga and mental health. As an athlete who had pushed the limits of physicality for years, he understood the importance of mental well-being and emotional balance. He began integrating practices like mindfulness and yoga into his daily routine, sharing his journey with his followers. This shift in focus allowed him to continue his influence in the world of movement, but in a more holistic and inclusive way. Though Tim's competitive career in parkour may have slowed down, his influence on the sport is still strongly felt. He remains a beloved figure in the parkour community, respected not only for his athletic prowess but also for his contributions to the culture of the sport. As a coach, influencer, and activist, Tim Shieff continues to inspire and motivate others to push the limits of movement, creativity, and self-expression.